Wow! Hello! No, I fluffed it up. Welcome, Sassins. It's been a while. Since I've showered, and since I've spoken with you guys. I know this to be true about the shower, mainly. It's been a week, I'd say. And I'm just gonna let you guys marinate on that. Like I am marinating in my own filth. I say that, but really, it's not that bad, you know? Could probably even go another week. And maybe even another month at that. Wow, the rambles have already started this early in the game. So the reason why I haven't showered for a week is because I just got back from a short vacay. Actually, that's not really short. A week? Is that a short vacation? So, I just got back from the Oregon Eclipse Festival. We left last Tuesday. It is Tuesday now. If you don't get this Tuesday, then I have fluffed up. Don't you miss this? Don't you miss coming around with me like this? All spinny and constantly changing camera angles and whatnot. Taking it with my phone, because I felt a vlog in me today. Because I wanted to do it, but also because I need to do it, because it's been a while. And to be honest, actually, hold on, I'll talk about the lunar eclipse, solar eclipse festival in due time. But I honestly kind of, with the lack of other videos other than vlogs coming out, I felt a little narcissistic, and I didn't like it. Like, here's some of Magnus to keep you entertained. Are you entertained? So I decided to make other videos instead. I guess that was some inspiration, is not wanting to be a narcissist. And so you might have noticed that I've posted some PUBG videos, which will hopefully continue. I've posted a Lone Echo, which is a VR game for Oculus Rift, the company that I work for. I've posted a playthrough of that, which will continue until I beat the game. And I've posted more D&D 360 videos. I'm also going to experiment with more 2D D&D as well. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I haven't been able to produce anything for a week because in Oregon, in the place that we were at, there was absolutely no connection. Can you imagine that? A world with no connection, no internet, no electricity. Actually, there was some electricity. It wasn't that bad. Baby wipes is how you survive and how you feel slightly okay with not taking a shower, is massive amounts of baby wipes. Because god dag-nabbily dude it was very dusty and dirty. But it was fine. Okay, so the Oregon Eclipse Festival, if you're familiar with Burning Man, it is in the same vein as Burning Man. It will never be Burning Man from what I hear. I've never been to Burning Man. I plan on going once, if maybe even getting addicted and going all the time. Or going every year. But, so this is a more, from what I gather, again, speaking as an outsider, this is more of a consumer event. So, I mean, even though we were out in the middle of, it wasn't really a desert, it was like a deserty portion of a forest. It was just super dusty and rocky, but altogether the terrain wasn't super bad. But oh my god, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so I'm even worse at formulating things than I've been in the past. By consumer, I mean that they had like food stalls, food trucks, a lot of services were provided to you. Whereas at Burning Man, I believe you're responsible for everything that you do, unless of course you sort of get chummy, friendly, buddy with another camp and just steal all of their food and water. And you go like that a lot, so they know it's okay and you're a good guy. And so yeah, it was a lot easier than what I would imagine Burning Man would be. We were there from Tuesday to I came back today for a long while. And this is, imagine the Renaissance Fair, only for, how to phrase this, free spirits, for sure. Imagine sort of like the yoga, healthy natural lifestyle livers, ravers for absolutely sure, nudists, yes, drug addicts, I would imagine as well, people who just enjoy doing drugs, people who understand that festivals like this are produced with drugs in mind, just creating entire sets and entire sculptures and forts and structures that are really cool sober. We went pretty much sober, and really cool sober, but definitely meant to accentuate your trip into the universe. So it was also, there was a lot of music there as well, which I believe there's at Burning Man, but this is more so, again, for like a little bit of the raver crowd, where there's just a frolicking ton of lights. I don't know what frolicking has to do with the lights, but there's just a lot of lights and different like light shows and reflective things, and just like a sensory overload when you go to the stages. It was one of those things where you could see the lights probably for miles. Like, we saw the lights hitting, I don't want to say mountains, that's a little bit dramatic, but like large hills off in the distance. Also, I should forewarn you, my phone is not that alive right now, so if it just goes black, it's just something we're going to have to deal with when the time comes, and it may be 10 minutes before I stop talking. So, yeah, a lot of different, like, really cool vendors for different, like, super colorful, loose-fitting, even tight-fitting clothing. It's like also a renegade crew as well. It was really, really cool. And then the eclipse itself, absolutely a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We were in the perfect spot to where it was like a scene from a movie. The moon aligned so perfectly with it that you could look at the sun. You could look directly at it. I mean, it was looking at the moon and like the outside of the sun. But the waves, the solar radiation coming out was so spectacular, and when the moon covered it, it became instantly cold. It was incredible. People were definitely tripping on DMT behind us. Well, a DMT pen, which sounds really weird to me, behind us, and it like periodically that you would just hear a whole bunch of and it was really fun to be a part of that too. So the festival was really, really cool. I went with my brother Enzer and Luna, his fiance, or Caitlin. Lunar Lolita on Instagram is what she's known as. Yeah, so that was my week. That is why I was tempted to say production halted, but the production's always at this like very halted and then sporadically go and then kind of halted pace. So, I mean, you guys are used to it by now. Also, something I'm always working on, but when you work the event life, there's only so much you can do, boys. Also, what I have figured out, oh, you're probably wondering why I haven't showered yet. I had to get up at 3 a.m. to catch a flight to go immediately into work, because our large event is happening very soon, so we had to do an on-site walkthrough. Anyway, the festival goers love Rick and Morty, and if you haven't seen Rick and Morty, also if you're not really a religious person and you're more into science than religion, Rick and Morty is definitely for you. This is a huge Rick and Morty crew. Like, they have totems, they have camps of like large groups of collections of vehicles and friends from all around gathering and conversing and of course doing drugs. And they have a totem to represent their camps, which is like this picture, this large pole with literally whatever at the top. We saw like giant faces, we saw pickled Ricks, we saw squanch cats, we saw like giant furry light up strobe bats. It was crazy. And yeah, most of them were Rick and Morty. So that was really interesting because you think that like, I just had no idea that, how to phrase this. It was very obvious that crew took to Rick and Morty because they're very like, they come across as anti-government, anti-religion, like very think on your own and just be who you are authentically. And I think that that's sort of what Rick Sanchez represents as well. And it was also a good festival to get in touch with your inner child, because me anyway, I have the most fun when you just let loose, and just like a playground, you go walk up to another group and you start dancing with them, you start talking with them. It's a huge part of that kind of culture as well, is just making new friends and going up and being your crazy self. The self that when you're working or when you're out in the regular everyday streets is like, not super comfortable doing this. I would definitely be judged. And the way that I say that makes it sound like we're doing crazy things, but really it's just, if you've seen my Instagram videos of me dancing, that is what I'm talking about. Like just me going down the street. Anyway, sorry. And so it was really, really cool to get back in touch with my inner child. And a line that I'm probably going to use coming away from that, we saw a fire dancing show, or not a fire spinning show, with multiple different, the poi, which is the sort of weights at the end of two strings, string for each hand. We saw staff, we saw nunchuck, we saw everything, any kind of item or weapon that you could see. It was on fire, spinning. It was very inspirational, being a bow staff spinner myself. Extremely inspirational. And one of the guys, he had a fire fan, two of them. Felix the Fire Cat, I think is what his name is. He went up to this little kid who was enthralled with everything going on. As enthralled as me, which made me feel good. And he goes, "What's up, little man? You know what happened to my inner child? He got stronger." And just hearing that was like, fuck it, fuck yeah. That's what I'm going to say. Fuck yeah. It was awesome. So definitely, it's a great crowd to be around if you are kind of along with that mindset. But then again, there are some shady individuals that come with that territory as well. So I feel like I've talked about the festival quite a bit. If you guys have questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you guys were there, leave them in the comments. Or tell me where you were. Tell me what you guys did. And yeah, that's pretty much this video. Let me check my battery. Hold on. Yeah, actually my battery is doing all right. Anyway, I miss you guys. I miss producing. It felt nice to actually produce. I think last week there was a video almost every day of the week. Still working on a tight schedule. I'm finding that producing sort of like the walkthrough videos of VR and PUBG videos are really easy, and D&D with a 360 camera is easy. There's still a lot of things that we need to correct and work on, but if it's not the optimal way to deliver it, like if it's not appealing for you guys to watch, or for most people to watch, then it is something that we would have to change back into 2D, which trying that previously takes a lot more production than you... Actually, it would probably be very obvious that it takes a lot of production. You need like 3 high-quality cameras, a bunch of microphones, audio splitter, adapter? These terms. I will find out one day. So we just need to get like an entire streaming and recording setup for the 2D, which we are working on. I am slowly but surely buying more and more pieces to that puzzle. And podcasts coming as well. Oh man, this is a huge ramble of a video, and I'm sorry. Give me bad feedback. I'm not even going to say speak your mind. Just like think of something bad and say it to me. It'll help me grow, maybe. You know. Well, this was great. It was good catching up. Tell me if you guys saw the eclipse in the comments, and let me know what you thought of any new videos that are coming out, and give me suggestions and give me questions, more questions, and more questions. Well, as always, until fate next brings us together, never and never stop playing video games.